Hey guys, how are you? Jamie here from Jamie Milne Training. Happy New Year to you all. Hope you had a good Chrissy period as well, celebrating with family and friends. Hey, I wanted to kick off 2018 and my contribution with a vlog. And it's just a very, very simple bit of advice, but it has quite a profound effect. It was a pretty powerful statement I was told when I was really young. And again, gratitude to Kylie and the Sunny Coast Health and Fitness Organisation for allowing me to contribute, which is really cool. So what happened was, when I was younger, I used to really struggle with my weight. However, I just absolutely frothed on amateur boxing. That was my thing. And for years and years and years, both my coach and I was convinced that the only way to lose weight was to run. Obviously other than your training, but running was the real catalyst for weight loss. It was the lion's share of shifting the pudding and what have you. So I used to run and thinking that was how I was going to manage my weight or lose weight if I had an upcoming fight or something like that. So essentially now in hindsight, I knew both my coach and I had it all wrong. And what happened was, one of the very first guys that I worked for up in Cairns, and he was an ex-bodybuilder, and one of the things that he told me has stuck with me forever. I mean, I've been a fitness professional for 13 years now, and this is probably the most, as I said, the most profound and powerful thing I've ever been told. And I do, quite happily and readily pass this on to clients or anybody, even if I'm giving advice or if I'm nurturing somebody on their weight loss or weight management journey. So he said to me, I've got it all wrong. Like I'm looking in my blind spot. I'm not looking in my blind spot. And because I used to love training, I'd be training my face off, trying to shift those kilos, shift those pounds, always doing way too much, training to drain, basically, just using up all my bells and whistles just for the sake of shifting, 500 grams. I had it all confused. I wasn't looking in my blind spot. And he said to me, you got two different pathways. And he said the first pathway is what you do with your training, whether you're a fucking bodybuilder, body sculptor, crossfitter, gymnast, boxer, triathlete, swimmer. What you do for your training is what makes you fit and strong. Okay, and I'll repeat that again. What you do for your training is what makes you fit and strong. What you eat or stick in your mouth or consume or drink is what makes you large or lean. Okay, so they're two very different pathways. So what you drink or what you eat is what makes you large and lean. Now, I'll give you an example. Have a think about the training facility that you currently exercise in and you currently hang out in. Have you guys got somebody there, or a lady or a guy that's there, and you're like, man, fucking dude is so fit. He just trains and trains and trains. Look at, he's swinging this kettlebell, he's bicep curling this, all over there. Look at the squat on him. It's like 180 kilos. Old mate's just lifting a small car on his back. And then you're thinking, Jesus Christ, he's a bit steady in the breeze, this fellow. He's got a bit of pudding on him. And you kind of, it's just not adding up. The algorithm's not working. You're thinking, how is he so fit and strong? He's really overweight, he's carrying a bit of piece. And what it is people love training. Majority of people, it's not something we loathe. Most people, once they've been training a while, they become super obsessed with it. And if they're in a boutique strength and conditioning facility, they're in a CrossFit box, or they're one of the dudes with the Bose headphones on, cap turned backwards, knocking back a monster drink, getting a pump in the old commercial gyms, they love their training, and there's nothing wrong with that. They become super obsessed with it because it's cool, man, and we feel amazing afterwards. We come out of our session, we're like, oh, that was fucking epic. We don't get that pumped and froth over boiled chicken and steamed broccoli. That's the real work. That's where the really hard work is. So people avoid what is difficult. They avoid the stuff that is tough. That's where the real work happens. That's where the struggle is, to be organized with your food, to eat good food most of the time. So I'll give you another example to drive this point home. we again get obsessed with what type of training we do and where we do it. It's like, right, got to figure out what my training program is. Oh, I'm on this Russian strength cycle that I'll Slonov, Jovnikov. I'm doing that back squat cycle and I'm pumped about it. I'm going to do a few curls as well. And it's a 12-week program. Can't wait. I'm going to train 3 or 4 times a week. And we get this crazy fixation with got to do this program, got to do this program. When that doesn't work, we jump onto the next program. Oh, I'm at this CrossFit gym and this doesn't really work for me anymore. This programming shit out. So I'm going to go to this CrossFit gym and I'm going to train, 3 or 4 times a week. So we make this real, we manifest about our training. It becomes, obsessive. What we don't realize is when we're thinking about training 3 to 5 times a week, what we fail to recognize is we need to make mindful and clever decisions about what we eat and what we drink 3 to 5 times a day. So there's a huge difference. And again, it's like we're not looking in our blind spot. So the moral of today's vlog and my contribution to you guys at the start of 2018, if weight management is something that's on your radar and you're thinking, man, this is a brand new year, the whole new year, new me bollocks, all the resolutions under the sun. If weight management, weight loss is on your radar, then please consider the advice that I've just given, because I can assure you it was one of the biggest catalysts for change for me. And it was such a simple thing, okay? What you eat and what you drink makes you large or lean. What you do in terms of your training, whatever it is, makes you fit and strong. So if you're struggling to move that needle on the scales, if that tape measure keeps telling you stuff that that's doing your head and you're not quite too impressed about, then please look at your nutrition, look at what you're drinking. And here's a couple of ways you can do it without shelling out a ton of money. So if you went to a website with a calculator such as precisionnutrition.com, they're a really good one. Jump on there, you go, I'll give you an example, I'll use me. You pop your name in, you pop your activity level in, you pop your age in, and you pop your current weight. So I turn around and say, well, I'm 78 kilos, and in 8 weeks' time I want to be 75 kilos. Precision Nutrition comes back, gives you a little sneaky calculation, and it might say, well, Jamie, you can have 1,700 calories a day. And I go, awesome. Okay, that only tells me about the numbers. I don't really know what I can eat. So how do I go about that? So then you jump onto something similar or something like MyFitnessPal, and you have a look, educate yourself a little bit about eating real food, like normal food, not processed crap, refined shit or anything like that, just normal food. Now you don't have to be paleo and you don't have to be vegan and you don't have to be keto or any of that stuff. Just eat some real food. Get yourself a little bit of education around it, a little bit of knowledge. If you need feedback and a little bit of accountability and maybe even some resources, drop me an email. I'm happy to send them to you for free, no strings attached, just to give you a bit of guidance and a bit of nurturing around food. So you have a look at the food, make up 2 or 3 makeshift menus, punch them in. Does it fit the numbers? Does it fit the numbers? Yep, cool. It does by a country mile. And then even have a look at what you were previously eating, governed by the numbers the calories that you're allowed per day. Have a little look and you'll probably be quite surprised that it's blown out. So then you can start checking out that blind spot, addressing your food, and then going on to get those goals and those things that are important to you around your weight, your health, and your wellness. So it's from me, Jamie, from Jamie Milne Training, to you guys. I hope you have the most electric 2018. Might see you around the bazaars and the traps around here on the sunny coast. And if I do, just say hi. And I hope that this advice has really helped you. So remember, the training that you do in the gym or outside is what makes you fit and strong. What you eat or what you drink is what makes you large or lean. Have a great 2018. Cheers.